welcome to the video. We're going to be talking about the AirPods Pro 2nd generation, and I've been using these as like my dedicated gym headphones for the past couple of weeks now, and they're really good. And chances are, if you're heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem, you might be considering these. So let's get into the details. Let's talk AirPods Pro 2nd generation. From a visual perspective, the 2nd gen AirPods Pro are basically indistinguishable from the 1st generation, but if you happen to have both, you'll notice that the 2nd gen has like a second vent on the top of the headphone, so that's really the only way you can tell them apart. Now, as far as the case goes, there are some differences there. So if you look at the bottom of the case, you'll notice that there is now a little speaker grill on the bottom, and that's to actually play a chime. Let's say if you can't find them using the Find My app, which is actually pretty clutch. And now the AirPods will actually play a cool little chime whenever you put them on charge, which I thought was pretty neat. Now on the right side of the case, and I still don't know how I feel about this. Like, obviously, it's definitely a helpful utility to have now, but there's a little, like a 2-hole cutout in case you wanted to loop in a lanyard or put in a loop of some kind, so you can attach these to something. So I guess they're less prone to get lost now. It kind of, like, in my opinion, it kind of throws off the overall design and vibe of the case. I definitely dig the little speaker at the bottom. I think that's cool. The little cutout for the lanyard thing is still kind of strange to me. And as far as the case goes, MagSafe is also built in. So if you have a little MagSafe charging puck, you can magnetically attach them and they're not going to move or anything. That's not anything like new. That's available on previous gen AirPods as well. But what is unique to the 2nd gen AirPods Pro case is that these can also charge with the Apple Watch charger now. So that's pretty neat. These AirPods are also the first headphones that Apple is debuting with the new H2 chip inside, and H2 has definitely bumped these up to another level. So there's improvements in terms of like sound quality, active noise cancellation, and even some cool new features added in with transparency mode. We're gonna get to each one of those individually, but let's start with the improved sound quality. So like I said at the beginning of this video, these headphones have been my gym go-to headphones. And if you guys have been subscribed for a while and seen any of our other headphones review, you'll know that like I typically side more towards like the Beats wireless buds, because the Beats always do a really good job of capturing those like low bass sounds from predominantly hip hop soundtracks, which is what I mainly listen to whenever I'm at the gym. But the 2nd gen AirPods Pro is a little bit of a different story. So H2 improves sound quality like across the whole spectrum. Lows, mids, highs, everything just sounds significantly better. And it's to a point now where I don't really miss the heavy hitting aspect of the Beats whenever I'm working out anymore. These do a significantly better job compared to the 1st gen AirPods Pro, and I am more than happy with the sound quality on these headphones. Now, one other thing I did want to mention is, for those of you out there that these headphones don't really fit you too well whenever it comes to the silicone tips, I did try, I don't know why, but I just randomly decided to do it. I did try a pair of memory foam tips, and that significantly improved how well these AirPods stayed in my ear. I never had a problem historically, but I figured I'd give it a shot and see how it goes. Last week, I was able to play 5-on-5 basketball, sprinting up and down the court, and these did not budge with some memory foam ear tips. So if you've historically had some problems with the silicone tips fitting your ears, try memory foam tips. Might help. Noise cancellation has also been improved. According to Apple, it's been improved like twice as much. I don't really have any way to actually like verify that for you. What I can speak on though is like my experience with the noise cancellation on the 2nd gen AirPods Pro. And like I said, the best kind of sample size that I have is the time that I spend at the gym. So like I'll go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day. And the noise cancellation on these is great. Oftentimes whenever I go, it's like 5, 6 o'clock, which is typically like peak time at the gym. A lot of people going after work. So like the gym is like crowded, people all over the place. When I throw these headphones in, I don't hear anything. And what distinctly resonates with me the most is when I'm in a closed basketball court and there's like 15 or 20 other guys in there, conversations, multiple basketballs being dribbled, shots being put up and stuff like that. In some cases, music being played on the speaker. I don't hear anything whenever these headphones are in. And then it's wild to me whenever I take them out to jump into a game, just how loud the environment gets once these come out of my ear. So That works really well. I imagine if you're someone that's going to be in a lot of crowded or loud environments, these are going to be really good for you. There's also a new feature added on top of the transparency mode, which, by the way, whenever it comes to AirPods, they're always kind of like in a class of their own whenever it comes to transparency mode. Oftentimes when I've used transparency, it's like everything's so clear to the point where it doesn't even feel like you have them in for some, like it's wild, especially compared to like, and I've tried other buds, even recent ones as well, like the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, the Pixel Buds Pro that just came out and stuff like that. Transparency is still in a league of its own whenever it comes to AirPods Pro, but there's a new feature added here called adaptive transparency, and this feature is kind of wild. So according to Apple, the AirPods Pro 2 can scan for outside noises 48,000 times per second. Now, what this allows them to do is, as higher frequency noises are coming in, they're able to tone those higher frequency noises down to a point where it's much more manageable for your ears. Not necessarily canceling out the noise entirely, mind you, but it's lowering them to a point where it sounds a lot more manageable coming into your ears, which is wild. Like, I think whenever Apple was demonstrating it, they showed an example of someone walking in the street and there's like a construction worker, doing something with a jackhammer. And with adaptive transparency, the super loud noise of that jackhammer comes down and it's much more manageable. So it allows you to still be aware of what's going on in your environment, while at the same time reducing noises that could be, I'm not going to say damaging unless you're like around them for a really long time, but just more so really loud and really annoying, which I find, like, for someone like myself that doesn't really, like, I'm not in like, crowded streets in downtown or stuff like that often, but for someone who is in those types of crowded environments, maybe like public transit or something like that, where there's just a whole bunch of different loud noises going off all the time throughout your day, a feature like that is super clutch because you can still be aware, but at the same time, it's like it brings everything and makes it so manageable while keeping that same elite level of transparency. So this feature is huge. Like, that's pretty incredible. And the cool part about all of this is that Apple managed to make all of these enhancements to the second generation AirPods Pro while keeping the price the same. So if you were interested in picking up a pair, they're $249. They come with all the awesome things that we talked about in this video, and there's even some battery life improvements in case that was something that you were worried about as well. So battery life has been improved about 33-ish%. They can go on to 6 hours on a single charge with noise cancellation on, and the case gives them up to 30 hours. So 5 full charges from the case as well, which is pretty impressive. I'm not the type of person where I have headphones in my ear all the time, but 6 hours on a single charge is pretty good with noise cancellation on, and obviously you'll get a little bit more with noise cancellation off. So I was thoroughly impressed with the AirPods Pro 2. I know $249 is, like, it's a little bit on the steeper side whenever it comes to wireless earbuds, but there are a lot of other competitors out there that are selling headphones for $249, like the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, and some other competitors that are selling slightly even more expensive, like if you want to go ultra premium headphones from like Bose or Sony or something like that. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you're heavily invested in the Apple ecosystem, you've got Macs, iPads, iPhones, watch, and stuff like that, the AirPods is still going to be one of the most feature-rich wireless in-ear buds that you can buy. So overall, great set. I do have something I want to ask of you though. If you enjoy this type of content where we're talking about newer headphones, let me know by hitting the like button down below, because I do have other types of headphones. Like right here on the table, I've got the new Google Pixel Buds Pro, I've got the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, and we can make review videos over these headphones as well if this is the type of content that you enjoy. So let me know by hitting the like button down below. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you're not new here, you know the deal. Thanks for watching, you're amazing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.